In this video, we will discuss about branches in GitHub. If you haven't watched the previous videos in the GitHub video series, I will keep the playlist link in the I button. I suggest you to consider watching those videos first before this so that you will be getting better understanding. Without more introduction, I welcome all of you to another video of GitHub video series. Welcome to Netcode. Branches in Git is very important concept. If you work with GitHub or any other Git platform, we will be using branches very extensively. So it's very important to understand the concept of branches, like why we need branch, what actually branches help us to achieve, right? So let's take an example and try to understand what is the branches in the Git, right? Let's consider this red rectangular box as your Git repository. Okay, it's a Git repository, and here we have a file which is very confidential and important file, right? This is let's call this as a production, and we cannot afford anything wrong happening to this file. We have to be very careful when we making any changes to this file. Now let's say we want to experiment something with this file. We want to make a lot of changes and we want to see how the file looks like after the change. Actually, we want to play with this file. What we can do, but we cannot make any changes. We cannot test anything with this file itself because this is very important file. If anything mess happen to this file, that's gonna be very having very good impact. So in this case, what we can do, one of the solution is we can create a separate copy of this file and we can play with that copy. Let's call that copy as a dev or QA. Dev or QA is a copy of our production file. Our production file is original file, which is very important and confidential and which actually playing a vital role in our production system, right? And QA or dev is a copy of the file where it doesn't make a lot of impact. We can play with that file, we can make a lot of changes and we can see how the file looks like after the change, and if we want we can apply this file to anywhere, right? So that's how we did. So we create a copy and we made all the changes inside copy and we play with that file, play with that copy. So whatever change we are doing in the copy of file which is named as a dev or QA, that changes will not affect the original file, right, which is a production. So we can do anything in this copy of file. Now what if we have a lot of files in the Git repository and we want to play with all of this file, we want to experiment with all of this file? We can apply the same solution, right? We can create a copy of all of this file and we can play with the copy of all the file. Like we can experiment in the copy instead of original file, so that if something went wrong or if something and file became very messy, that won't impact the production. But now you see here, now our entire repository became mess, right? We have a lot of copy file, we have a lot of original file. We don't know, like it's very confusion here. Like it can be very messy, like by seeing duplicate file, someone can make changes in the production by thinking it's a copy, and when someone tried to look into a production file, it's when someone tried to find a file, it's very hard to find an original file. So it's overall our repository became very messy. So it's very hard in this situation, and this makes our life is very difficult, right? That's why we need branches in the Git. Let's see how the branches is helping here to solve this challenge. Okay, consider this as your repository. Okay, again this is another repository. Now whenever you create a repository, there is a default branch is getting created inside repository. It's called master. Master is a default branch. Whenever you create a Git repository, whether it's a GitHub or any other Git platform, when you create a repository, by default there is a default branch is getting created called a master branch. This is our default branch. If we didn't create any other branch, all our files and folders will be under this branch, master branch, right? Now as per our previous example, in our previous example what we did, when we want to experiment with one of the production file, we created copy of that file and we created like the same way we created copies of all the files in the same Git repo, and we try to experiment with the copy. But as a result, our Git repo became very messy. But here, what we do with the branches, instead of creating copy of each files which we want to experiment, what we can do, we can create a copy of this entire branch, the entire master branch. Our all folders and files are inside this branch, and we will create a copy of this branch, right? So dev branch is a branch which is a copy of the master branch. So all the files and folders inside the master branch will be in dev branch as well. So we can experiment all things, whatever experiments we need to do, we can do it in the dev branch. I mean, we can do it the files inside a dev branch. If we made any changes, inside dev branch to any file, that not gonna affect the same files which will be in the master branch. So basically, we are actually created a different entity or different container in the same repository, and both like that, whatever change happened to that container, whatever changes we are doing inside that container will not affect the original container. So basically, you can think branches as a container inside a GitHub repository, right? Each container are isolated. It's isolated. Whatever change happening inside one container will not affect the other one. It's isolated containers. So that's how GitHub branch or Git branch helping us to avoid that mess. So here we can create a separate branch for our testing or for our experiment, and we can make all the changes to a file under that branch. And if our changes went correctly, if our changes we proved that our changes are correct, then what we can do after that, we can merge that change from our dev branch to master branch, or we can add whatever change we experimented to our original repository, I mean our original files which is under the master branch. So I hope you are getting that hierarchy of Git, right? We have a repo. Inside repo, we have branches, right? Each branch will have a separate purpose. There will be a different purpose for each branch. So by default, we have a master branch. We can create as many branches we want as per our requirement, and we can play with all of the files on different branches without affecting the same files under another branch. I hope you're following. So I will stop here today. If you still have some confusion about branches, GitHub branches, when we go through the demo in next video, you will get more clarity. In next video, we will see how to create branches in GitHub UI as well as Git Bash, and we will demonstrate the commits into the branch, and we will, if time allows, we will discuss about the pull request as well. Pull request, that's a way we can merge one branch to another branch. Okay, so that's it. So if you think this was a helpful and informative video, please support us by like and share. So those are very very good motivation for us to to proceed with this initiative. That's it. With that being said, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in next video.